Welcome back to Dark Cinema Recaps, where horror is for life, not just for October. And today we've got 2018 Strangers Prey at Night. Now, regular commenter Brenda Keane asked for this a while ago now, and we did the original Strangers back in October. Found a bit of a gap in the schedule to crimp off a couple of one-offs before we start the next franchise, which is Hellraiser. And if you enjoy this, likes help us out massively. 10 years after the events of the first film, in a secluded trailer park in Kalida, Ohio, three masked strangers, Dollface, Pinup Girl, and the Man in the Mask, arrive in a truck at night to a couple's trailer. Dollface wakes a sleeping female occupant by knocking at the front door. When she investigates, she sees Dollface already in the house, who kills her off-screen, then lies down in the bed next to the woman's sleeping husband. Sometime later, Mike and his wife Cindy take a trip with their children Luke and Kinsey to their aunt and uncle's trailer park to spend time together before Kinsey leaves for boarding school. After arriving, an unmasked Dollface knocks her way to the front door and asks for Tamara, but is turned away by Cindy. Kinsey and Luke go for a walk and stumble upon a trailer with the door open. Inside, they find their aunt and uncle's dead bodies. Back at the family trailer, Dollface knocks a second time and is turned away. Troubled by the encounter, Mike and Cindy search for the children, who are in hysterics. Mike follows Luke back to the trailer to find the bodies, while Cindy and Kinsey return to the trailer. They find their mobile phones smashed to pieces before Dollface appears and kills Cindy. Kinsey escapes through the trailer roof. Mike and Luke find the voicemail that Cindy left for their uncle in the trailer, realizing that the offenders were waiting for them to arrive. After fending off the Man in the Mask with a gun, they head back to the family trailer, where they find Cindy dead. They then drive their minivan around shouting for Kinsey, before the Man in the Mask throws a brick at the windshield, causing the van to crash and Mike is impaled on a wooden plank. He then gives Luke the gun, telling him to go find his sister. After Luke leaves, Mike is killed by the Man in the Mask with an ice pick. Kinsey encounters Dollface and is stabbed before being rescued by Luke, who pulls a gun on Dollface, threatening to shoot her. They instead go into another trailer and bandage up Kinsey's wounds, before the Man in the Mask drives his truck into the trailer. They escape and Luke hides Kinsey under a porch for safety. When he runs to the general store to call for help, Luke realizes he is not alone and escapes out to the swimming pool, where he overpowers and kills Pinup Girl. An angry Man in the Mask approaches and attacks Luke, stabbing him in the back before leaving him to die in the pool. Kinsey finds Luke and rescues him before setting off to find help. A deputy finds a disheveled Kinsey, but before he can assist, he is killed by Dollface. Kinsey is able to seize the deputy's shotgun and shoot Dollface, incapacitating her. Kinsey removes Dollface's mask and asks why she's doing this, not to the same effect from the original Strangers. She replies, "Why not?" Kinsey then executes Dollface with a shotgun. The Man in the Mask arrives in the truck and totals a police SUV to prevent Kinsey from escaping. She uses her cigarette lighter to ignite a gas leak from both trucks, blowing them up. The Man in the Mask, however, survives the explosion and continues pursuing her, with his truck engulfed in flames. He exits in an effort to kill Kinsey with an axe, but is overcome by his injuries and falls to the ground. Kinsey flags down a passing truck for help, but they attempt to flee when they see the Man in the Mask appear, still alive, behind Kinsey. She climbs into the back end with him in pursuit, but manages to knock him off the truck by bashing him in the head with a baseball bat, finally killing him. Sometime later, Kinsey is at hospital with Luke recovering from his injuries. As Kinsey awakens from a nightmare, she hears a Jack-in-the-Box toy that she heard earlier when encountering Dollface, along with a knock at the door.